Every Thursday night, 9 p.m., Iconic Cafe hits the digital radio airwaves with the best in home interviews and cooking. Be sure to check out Iconic Cafe Mishawaka Facebook page for upcoming and archive shows. Now that's iconic.
Hey, welcome fans. We're on the air here at Iconic Radio. Got a special guest tonight, Jason Curtis. We'll get him to shortly. Little things coming up, though, from Mr. Bill McDonald. Of course, the week of October 26th at the Phoenix. On Halloween, we have Sound City. And Saturday, November 1st, Milligan's Island. Five-Star Dive Bar, which will have Smash Kings, which is a great group, on Friday. And it'll be Johnny Sprocket on Saturday. Rock Sports Cafe downtown. Saturday night, it'll be Alligator Blackbird. Glad to see them back. And again, tonight, Bill, Radio Classics, War of the Worlds, a full album. So it'll be great to have it. So we'll get started. I do have to make, I know people have been trying to get on the website to get on the archives. We'll get that fixed for you. And appreciate the artists upcoming. Next week, we'll have Mac Memories again with Jimmy Lovett. It's been a great show, and we're hoping to get Mac's grandson on the air, which will be great. He's got a lot of interesting information about Mac's guitars and everything. So with that, Jason, glad to have you here.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. Glad to be here.
Well, we never met. I got to be honest with that, but I did go to the Bacon Strips Cafe, and I loved it.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
I had the Applewood bacon, but I know you got a couple different flavors. I'm a big bacon fan.
Yeah.
How'd you come about that?
You know, we've kind of prided ourselves on flavoring our own bacon in-house. So we've got a 5 or 6 standard flavors on the menu every day. We've got some creations that kind of come weekly as we come up with things. And but we started with the 5-star actually doing some jalapeno bacon on a bacon cheeseburger.
Okay.
And we kind of figured out how a great way we could just kind of come up with some custom flavors and do it ourselves. And it's actually a baking and marinating process that we do, and it infuses the flavor in there. And so when the opportunity for the bacon strip came along, we said, you know, we could have a bacon-centric restaurant with all kinds of flavors of bacon, and it would be great because that's a great way to start our day off every day. So,
you know, and they're good sized pieces of bacon. I mean, you get them hand cut or?
Well, you know, we've always, in everything we do, both at 5-Star Dive Bar and the Bacon Strip, there's plenty of restaurants you can go to around town, or, you know, other towns that, you know, might bring a cheap food product to you, or they might skimp on price or whatever to make a little profit. We've always decided that we're just going to get the greatest stuff we can get. We're going to make it as often as we can possibly make it ourselves. But if we can't make it, we're going to get a premium food product. That's what we do with our bacon. It's a thick slice of cut bacon. It's not a paper-thin buffet bacon or anything. So we're the Bacon Strip, so we kind of have to do that. You can't come to the Bacon Strip and have terrible bacon.
I know, but I'm so impressed because, like you say, you go out to other places and it's all scrawnied up.
Well, you know, my wife and I we were somewhere out of town. We stopped into I probably shouldn't say the name, but we stopped into a chain restaurant, and you know, they have a Grand Slam on the menu, and I could see through their bacon. I was holding it up, and I was like, I see you. I could see you through the bacon. I mean, it was paper thin, so don't do that. You got to have great bacon.
You do, and your potatoes are homemade?
Yeah, we do our potatoes. We actually just changed them. We launched with hash browns, like a shredded potato.
Right.
And now we've gone to home fries. So every day, and sometimes multiple times a day, the chefs and cooks at the Bacon Strip are back there slicing potatoes, boiling them, peeling them, throwing them on the grill, a little butter and a little heat. Well, and then you got some fresh potatoes.
I know. I had that and the eggs, too, and they were just fantastic.
Well, thank you, man. Thank you very much.
But really, I like restaurants, and I go a lot, but anyone, Bacon Strips is the place to go to. And I was impressed with the prices, too.
Well, thanks, man. Thanks. You know, we're probably not the cheapest in town, I'll be the first to admit, but that's where we get back to that premium food products. You know, you're always going to get your money's worth, for sure. And you're still going to, have breakfast for $7 or $8. So
I know, but your coffee, $1.79. I mean, that's like low budget. I mean, we've got a lot. That restaurant was there for 20 years as the Boardwalk Cafe. Okay.
And we kind of really felt like we didn't want to go in there as many things as we changed opening that place. we knew that they had a large base of regulars that came in all the time, and we really wanted to. We didn't want to scare those people off, and they were used to a certain price on certain things, and when we could do that to cater to them, we definitely did, and that was where the coffee came in. We have a good crib coffee. We have lots of folks that come in every morning and sit and have coffee, just coffee and conversation, and maybe a slice of toast or an egg or something. So.
I know, but I felt that when you went in. It had a really nice warm ambience about it.
Well, thanks.
And in fact, I don't know, there was about 20 customers came in when I was there.
Yeah.
Did you make the bar? Is that something you made?
Yeah, we made
that. Was heavy duty.
When we went into that space, when I first initially looked at it, the first sight was, that's okay. Let's change the paint color a little bit for us, and make some things for us. But as we started doing things, we just really got to a point where we're like, let's open this the right way, and let's just go ahead and tear everything out and do it all new stuff. It took about 3 months of remodel time, and
oh wow,
and we took our time doing it, but we feel like we put it together the right way, and everything in there, from the kitchen floor to the kitchen walls to the ceiling tiles, are all brand new. So.
And I'm impressed, too, where you have you can see the chef working.
Yeah.
I really love that in restaurants now. I think that's, it makes them feel confident.
Sure.
And it really.
That's something we had to work on a little bit because at the bar, it's 21 and over environment at 5-Star Dive Bar. And so some of our same chefs were down there, and they're used to carrying on a certain way. And you come down to a breakfast place where it's more quiet atmosphere, and there's kids, and so we had to put some muzzles on them, but we got it worked out.
I did get to go in the 5-Star. It was just about 11 o'clock when it opened, but did you design that too? Because I like the design you got in there.
Thanks. We've done that as we've gone along. I've had 5-Star Dive Bar for 2 years now, and it's evolved quite a bit in 2 years. Most recently, this past June, we added an L to the shape of our bar. So now we have an L-shaped bar, whereas before we just was a straight bar. So we opened up a wall and put that new bar in. But we've taken out several other walls and put new flooring in and relocated the stage. Well, we built a new stage, then we relocated it. So we've added a patio on. So we've
I saw that.
It's been a pretty big construction phase over the past 2 years. We'll pick a holiday weekend and close for 3 days and do a bunch of stuff and then reopen and finish the details. But we feel like we've got it about where we want it right now, I think. So.
Well, I like it because when you walk in, you look to your right, you see the stage, but you can see everywhere in the bar.
Right.
And, for people that come in, you want to meet your friends.
You can see where they're at.
That's right. And I mean, look, I don't think a lot of people think about that.
Right.
But I love it. It's an open concept. The band gets to see everybody, and really, I'm impressed with it.
Well, I truly love the place with every bone in my body, but the biggest thing that makes us so great is the people that come in there. We've got great people, like really great people. We've got a lot of regulars and a lot of people that come in regularly on the weekends. And some people come in every Monday at 3 o'clock or whatever. It doesn't really matter. We've got a great set of regular customers, and be the first ones to strike up a conversation with you. So that makes a great place. So I got to have the credit to them.
Well, and I can tell too, you make them feel important. When they come in and. The menu's huge. I mean, it's one sheet, but you got a lot of stuff on there.
That's what our chef tells me every day. We got to pare this menu down a little bit. I say, no, because everybody likes all this stuff. I'm a menu hoarder, I've been told. Like, you don't ever want to get rid of anything. True. It's all good. It's all good. Can't get rid of it.
Well, how'd the Halloween thing go last week?
Wow, the Halloween party, that was epic. It was the second best night of the year we've ever had, revenue-wise, and it was probably the most fun we've ever had. So we set a record for fun as well as we did a great number of business. And when I say that means that our customers all had a great time. A lot of people came out. So the Barry really did a really good job with the costume contest. And we had a lot of great costumes, and nearly 400 people through the door that night. And
wow, that's a lot of people.
It was. They gave away the tickets for free. The only way you could get them is to win your way in from the radio, and that presented its own set of problems for us because a lot of our customers wanted to come, and we didn't have any control of the tickets. But they popped up on Craigslist for sale for $25 a piece and made me smile a little bit. And I said, all right, well, hey, we're on the map.
Great. Well, Jason, we're going to take a little break here. I got some Leonard Skinner coming up for you, a little Call Me the Breeze. Again, Iconic Radio. And we'll be back after a few Leonard Skinner songs. All right, we're back on. I had a little reverb with the diner, but we're back on with Jason. Jason, I want to get into marketing. I think you do such a fantastic job of marketing.
Well, thanks, man.
What you do, but can you explain to people just how you come about to learn this?
You know, I found this guy, Bill McDonald. He has this great little internet radio station called XERS. And I said, Bill, I'm going to give you all my money. Play all the commercials you can. No. You know, we've always just had a kind of a fun approach to marketing. You know, we want to do what's fun for our customers. We don't want to make silly TV commercials and put them out there, or radio commercials. We want to have something that people remember. And we were a pretty event-based marketing culture there. So we want to always, you know, have events and have things that people can be a part of. And kind of like with the Bears Halloween party, you know, we cooked that up to have an exclusive ticket. And the only way you could get in was to win it. And that was probably better than any radio commercial I ever could have purchased. You know?
I know. Now, that was what you thought up, right?
Well, it was a brainstorm between us and the radio station. And we sat down and said, hey, we'd like to have a Halloween party. How are we going to go about this? And that's the idea we cooked up together. I can't take all the credit for it, but I like to take some.
Yeah, heck yeah.
But, you know, we've always just kind of had that approach with our marketing. And it's something that I've always been passionate about. It's what my background is. And so it's kind of a natural fit for me to do that. We've in the past year we've promoted a general manager over the bar and the restaurant, and the purpose of that was so that I didn't have to do the day-to-day stuff anymore. I could just do the marketing. That's what I enjoy doing. So I said, you deal with all the vendors and you deal with Bill McDonald every time he walks in, and then I'll just
which is a lot.
I'll just do the fun stuff. So props to DJ for taking all that off my plate so I can focus on the marketing. So
I think it's great, and like you said, you make people feel important, and to me, I think that's the specialty of what it's all about.
Yeah, well, I think that's important. I do think it's important. It's important. The customers are important. I mean, they're the ones that, at the end of the day, pay all the bills, you know, so you got to take care of them, and they'll take care of the rest. So,
you know, what shows you got coming up? Is there anything after the Halloween, or is that?
Yeah, no, we've got some pretty cool stuff coming, and we've been dabbling a little bit in the country stuff.
Oh, great.
And mostly the country rock and roll stuff. You know, we're not a country bar. We're an entertainment bar, and a lot of the acts that we bring they're entertainment acts. And no matter if you're a country fan or a rock fan, you're going to appreciate a certain aspect of everything that comes to the 5-Star Dive Bar. So on November 14th, we have a group called Gunner and the Grizzly Boys.
Okay.
And they are actually out of Grand Rapids. However, they're getting a radio play right now nationwide on up and coming on Sirius XM.
What's their song, or do they got something?
They've got a song called Standard American.
Okay.
And, these guys are all, I think the oldest one's 25 or 26. A bunch of young guys. They're just full of whiskey and licks on the guitar, and I'm incredibly excited to have them. They were originally scheduled for October 10th, and Gunner, the lead singer, got sick. And strep throat. The first time they ever had to cancel a show was with us. So we had that going for us. But they're rescheduled for November 14th. And Gunner put a little video up on his Facebook page, and he said, I'm a redneck hick. I'm so sorry that I'm sick, and sorry 5-Star Dive Bar and all this stuff.
So he's a rapper, right?
Yeah. No, he's not a rapper. But they do a narrative drinking country that's a little bit more traditional country. It's not your pop country. It's not a Florida Georgia Line kind of thing. These guys are, you know, they're a party band, and they're bringing it to the 5-Star Dive Bar on Friday, November 14th. The best part about it all is the tickets are only $5. And
so how are you doing that?
Yeah, well, that's what we do, man. That is what we do. We were a funny story about those guys. We were on our way to Nashville this week. We left Sunday night. And we're at a Love's truck stop on the lower part of Kentucky.
Which is my favorite. Yeah. You got your Love's mug?
No, I don't have that. I used to have that, but I don't have that anymore. But I was getting gas, and I cheated. I started the gas pump, and I had to go to the bathroom. So I let the gas pump run. I ran into the bathroom. I never do that. I know you're not supposed to, but I did anyway. But as I'm coming out, I see this guy busting out the doors, and I look back, and he's getting in one of those 15-passenger vans, you know, like a musician van is what I call it, a church van. And then as I walk into the doors, I see Gunner standing there, who I think is Gunner. I've never met him. You know, we haven't had him yet, so I've never met him. But he's got the hair coming out underneath his hat and stuff. And he's got this certain look about him. I thought, man, I think that's Gunner. So I go to the bathroom and I come back. Then he's running out to that van. And then it turns and it has Michigan plates on it. And I was like, man, that was Gunner and the Grizzly Boys right there. And I pull up their Facebook page, and sure enough, we were going to Nashville, and they were heading back to Grand Rapids, but we passed them at a Love's truck stop. So we'll share that story when I get there, Brenna.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, but really, how do you get the tickets at $5?
Well, here's the cool thing about us is we are, Five Star Dive Bar is not a concert promoter. Like, we don't make our money by promoting concerts. So anytime you go to a cool concert around town, there's a middleman there, you know?
Right, correct.
There's a guy that says, hey, Mr. Bar owner guy, why don't you bring this band in? And, and they're going to cost you $2,000. And what's really happening there is that guy's getting $750 and the band's getting $1,250. Well, I just decided that we just weren't going to do that. We were going to go out and cultivate our own artists, and that was a lot of the purpose for us to drive down to Nashville, was to go down there and just kind of handpick some talent and say, hey, we want you to come here and you to come here, and next time you're going to Chicago or something, throw us on and stop off for a night. So we deal directly with the artists for the most part, or their label or their agency, but there's never extra middlemen involved. So we're able to get the artists for the true price that they cost, and then we don't make any money on the tickets ever. Like, we just don't. When we sell out Gunner and the Grizzly Boys, we will break even on the show. So if we don't sell it out, we're losing a little bit of money, and that's kind of how we do it. And we'll make money on selling food and drinks and all that stuff, and having a good time and having a bunch of fun. But we're never doing this kind of thing for the money. We're doing this because I'm a musician and we love music, and Five Star Dive Bar loves music. We want to bring premium entertainment all the time for the lowest amount of money possible, and we want to be doing it for the next 50 years. So that's what we want to do. That's the purpose of this thing, not to make a quick buck.
Well, that's great. Do you work with social media too? Like,
yeah.
They can find out about this on Facebook?
Absolutely. Yeah, you can. It's always on our Facebook page. We use Facebook's little cover photo at the top for our weekly events. So every week you can go there and visit that, and it's going to have a day-to-day rundown of what's going on. We have an app you can download.
On your phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have an app with a full entertainment calendar on it. You can always buy tickets online. We have a full website with all the details at fivestardivebar.info.
Okay, so .info for everybody.
Yeah, .info.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I know you do radio. Do you get on TV or YouTube?
No,
do you put the shows on YouTube? Is there any?
Yeah, we haven't done that yet. We haven't done TV yet, and we were talking about the idea of putting a webcam up on the stage, or doing some broadcasts on YouTube as far as we're documenting what happens on the stage at Five Star. So far, what we have is a YouTube channel which you can get to our web from our website.
Okay.
And most of our YouTube channel right now involves employee pranks. so
which you're getting, what, 1 million hits?
We just, we like to videotape each other, and we find somebody doing something stupid, we'll usually put it on the computer and put it to some sort of song and put it on our YouTube channel just to make fun of each other and have a good time. But yeah, so you'll find plenty of that stuff there.
So how many hits do these get?
Our subscribers are thinking about 10 right now. We're pretty low on that. It's probably not the right marketing move, but it sure is fun for us.
Hey, how many people can it hold? If someone's coming from South Bend.
Sure, yeah. We're a pretty small room. We hold about 250 people inside.
No, wait, you had 400.
Here's what we do.
Up on the roof or what?
We've got an outside patio that also holds 250 people. So for the Bears Growloween event that they did, we put a tent up over the patio, and we were going to put heaters on it, but it happened to be 70 degrees that day.
It was beautiful.
So we didn't have to put heaters on it, but we kind of expanded the bar. We put a whole big bar outside with 2 bartenders outside and 3 bartenders inside. So although you have to be inside to see the entertainment, when we do our national touring shows, we sell 250 tickets.
Okay.
So that everyone can be inside. But the Bear wanted to do a special event, so we did 400 tickets and spread them out inside and out. So
I got to hear your interview when you were at the Bear, and I thought it was great.
Oh, thanks. Those guys are hilarious, man.
Hey, we got a song now. Alice in Chains coming up. Man in the Box, Iconic Radio. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. All right, we're back at the cafe with Jason Curtis. Before we get back to Jason, big shout out to Adam Nelson. We did get some Leonard Skinner for you, Adam. Again, if you get down to the cafe, Adam does some great graphics work. You can check out the menus and his website. And Adam, always appreciate it. Jason wanted to talk. I wanted to ask you this before. Is just what's your top selling drink at the bar?
Well, we are been kind of famous for our what's called our frozen Jaeger bomb.
Okay, about 20 of those, I think.
When I came in there, I had this bright idea. It's not an original idea. I'll be honest. I saw it a couple other places traveling around, but Jägermeister is one of those drinks that you either love it or you hate it. But even if you love it, it's better cold.
Yes.
And so what we decided to do was get a little glass mug. It's about a 3.5-ounce mug. They actually call it a beer taster, similar to.
Oh, okay.
If you're from the Elkhart area, you might recognize it like the little root beer barrel mugs for kids.
Right.
So we load those up into a freezer, and we freeze the glasses so that they're frosty and they've got ice brim around the rim of them or whatever, and we make our Jaeger bombs in those, and it changes the flavor, and we sell a lot of those. We sell a lot of those, and so much so that people take the mugs, and we got to order new mugs and all that stuff. But that's other than Bud Light or whatever your traditional drink is that people will order a lot of, that's probably what they come in and ask for the most.
I was going to ask, how'd you get the name 5 Star, anyways?
Well, I don't know how that actually. I always liked the little rhyme together, 5 Star Dive Bar. And before I had a bar, I was sitting at my dining room table one night, and I saw that right there, 5stardivebar.com on GoDaddy for $12.99. I said, I should buy that because I'm going to have a bar someday, and I might need a domain name, and that'd be awesome. But I didn't buy it, and now I have 5stardivebar.info because somebody else bought it, and they won't sell it.
Well, they want $1 million bucks
they
for
want
it.
like $25,000 or something stupid. But so that was just always been the name that I thought if I ever had a bar, I would name it that. I did do my proper due diligence and ran a big list of proposed bar names that we might consider, but it just kept coming back to 5 Star Dive Bar. And so that's what we went with. I'm really glad we did.
Yeah, I like it. Well, I like the hat, too. It's like the Chuck Conn's Converse.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that was it, but it's nice. But
yeah, no, that's been very cool. And we've got our name all trademarked up now, and it's all protected. And so, if you see another 5 Star Dive Bar, please call me.
Is there any others, though, around the world? Did you ever Google the name?
I did. There's a place in San Francisco called Itty Bitty Bar. And I've heard great things about it, and their slogan is "Itty Bitty Bar, your 5 Star Dive Bar." So, they aren't calling their business that. Obviously,
right.
It sounds like a great place. We probably have a good cheeseburger there if we're out there. So, there's stuff like that happening. But we're the only business that is called. Actually, the name of the business is 5 Star Dive Bar. We're the only one. One of a kind for now.
Yes, well, it's great.
So, yeah.
Hey, we were talking about bands, too, and I wanted to bring up, do you take in local musicians, too? Do they got a chance?
Absolutely. There's nothing more than we love than original music. Like, my wife and I and some of the staff at 5 Star Dive Bar now go down to the Key West Songwriters Festival every year, and we spend a week down there with the songwriters. So we are all about original music, and we will support it, forever. However, in this area, on Friday and Saturday nights, people want to hear the cover bands and the other stuff, and we like all those guys too. But we are always trying to create opportunities for local artists to come in and play original tunes or play the cover tunes that they like or whatever they like to do. So Paul Erdman is actually helping us out with and
he just had a show there, right? A CD release party.
Yeah, CD release party, and he hosts what's called an open stage about every other Thursday right now. And there's actually a Facebook page for it. You can go to facebook.com/5staropenmic.
Okay.
And then Paul will take reservations on there for stage time. It's kind of set up each show, and you can send your stuff to that message box, and Paul kind of manages all that for us.
Oh, okay.
But we are truly dedicated to that, and we want to keep it going as long as possible. So we're also talking to a couple other bands around town about doing like a original music night with a full band of music night where they're performing, not like an open mic style, but they're actually set to perform the night for an hour or two whenever they could. So.
Yeah, I think that's great because, like you said, it gives an opportunity for the locals to come out and play on a professional stage.
Absolutely.
With the sound.
Right, yeah. And our sound system is second to none. We got to give props to Mr. Jim Whitmer. We've had several national touring bands come in and They pull in the parking lot and they're big Prevost buses, and they find out they're playing at a strip mall
with a bacon strip at the end of it.
With the bacon strip at the end of it. And I think at first, if you could see their faces, they're probably like, really? But then they walk in and they see the stage and they see the sound system, and Jim's got a 32-channel Yamaha LS9 digital board and 13 monitor mixes and EV everything, and it's really top notch. We've got LED light systems, and I mean, it really is top notch. The city's not huge, but we're just a small little club. So
yeah, I know, but right when you walk in, you can see it. And I mean, I think again, I hate to stress that so much, but it's so important. These guys coming from Nashville will come in and they give us all kinds of crap about our stage and our drum riser's not big enough. Well, I was just down there and I saw the little 8x8 thing they're playing on the corner, so we're going to tell them to just go shut up from now on. Yeah, I was going to say.
You got 18 feet wide by 12 foot deep, you're good.
Yeah, or at the Bluebird, you're sitting right there.
That's a little stage, yeah.
So Key West, you at the end of it, do you always go for the sunset parades and everything?
Oh man, we love everything about Key West. My wife and I have been going there for years, and we found the Songwriters Festival maybe 5 or 6 years ago. We've just made it our mission to, at all costs, to be down there for that. We've met lots of great people along the way, and it's cool to go down there now because. You walk into a bar and you're like, oh, hey, it's like a whole other town of people that you know.
Yeah, it's like your family. I mean,
and it's a 24-hour drive from here. We always fly, but, you just go down there and it's, the island is 2 miles by 4 miles, and it's full of bars, and it's full of music. It's full of great attitudes. Everybody's got a positive attitude, and you can go to breakfast and walk outside onto the sand and watch somebody playing the songs that they wrote for a big crowd of people, and I love everything about that.
Yeah, Key West is great.
Yeah, it's a great place.
So, we're talking too, you like going there. Where else do you go to get away, from the bars and stuff?
Yeah, man, people tell me all the time I take too many vacations, but what they don't understand is that we work, 30, 45, 60 days in a row, night and day, all the time.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's got to be an 18-hour day. You got two things going on.
Yeah, so when we get 4 days, we usually leave. We're out of here. Like, you're on vacation again? It's not vacation, it's my weekend. But, we've been to San Diego. We really like that a lot. We went out there by ourselves, my wife and I, and then we took our kids out there for spring break last year, and we like that a lot. We like Colorado a lot. We spent the last 4 days in Nashville down there, handpicking some country talent. We found out we really like Nashville a lot. So I've been there before for 12 or 20 hours or whatever, but we stayed 3 or 4 days, and that's the first time I spent the amount of time there that we did. So that was great.
Hey, do you sponsor any softball, baseball teams?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. We've got a whole set of regulars that come in that, they'd be at our bar if we didn't sponsor them probably, but it's probably the right, we feel like it's the right thing to do to get behind our guys and help them do what they do. So, yeah.
Oh, I think it's great. It sounds like you're just a big part of the community for the music, the sports, and everything, which is a tribute to you. It really makes a difference for us and stuff. So.
Thanks.
All right. Well, we got a couple more minutes. We'll have the Black Crows coming up. Again, Bill's looking at me, so I better go over what we got going on here. The Phoenix on Friday, October 31st, will be Sound City. Phoenix Saturday will be Milligan's Island, November 1st. 5-Star Dive Bar Friday, the Smash Kings. And Saturday it will be Johnny Sprocket. And, of course, Rock Sports Cafe Saturday night, Alligator Blackbird. And right after this show, Radio Classics will be the full version of War of the Worlds. So that'll be great.
Friday night with the Smash Kings, we're actually giving away a Jägermeister tap machine and a Jägermeister Schecter guitar. Ooh. So we've got some really cool, and we got plenty of other Jaeger stuff to give away, but those are the 2 big ticket items. So come in for that. Dress up.
That'll be great.
Someone may have reached utopia. They figured out the best of both worlds, a 5-star dive bar. In fact, that is what it is and is its name. 5-star dive bar at 561 East Jackson Boulevard, Elkhart, Indiana, near Johnson Street. Serving at the 5-star full lunch and dinner menus. Get it all from appetizers to desserts. Special 5-star burgers, and Jake has great buns. The dive bar is also a 5-star place to go for nighttime entertainment and fun. full bar service, and the 5-star frozen Jaeger bomb. With live music 4 nights a week. Wednesdays and Thursdays, a karaoke DJ. That is the 5-Star Dive Bar, 561 East Jackson Boulevard, Elkhart, Indiana, 574-294-7500. 5-Star Dive Bar on Facebook.
All right, we're back. Last part of the show. Again, next week, Mac Memories with Jimmy Lovett. I hope everyone remembers Whitmer McNeese Mac. He was pretty iconic in the music business. And, Jason, I really appreciate coming on. Love to have you back.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, it was really interesting. And like I said, I really admire your marketing and just about respecting people and making them feel important. I think that's magic to your success.
Well, thank you so much, man. We're going to keep doing it as long as we can.
So anything in the future coming up with the Dive Bar? I know you got a great band coming up November 14th, Gunner and the Grizzly Boys. November, I kind of failed to mention, I was so excited about Gunner. We do have a Stevie Muncie and Paul Erdman are going to split a night. Stevie Muncie's also from Nashville. He'll be on here on November 8th, also a $5 ticket. And then you can just check our website, man. We've always got new stuff coming up. We're already laying our schedule out for next year. We've got a couple great Nashville acts lined up in February and March already. Oh, great.
Chris Weaver Band, who we just saw down at the stage on Broadway, is coming. And Jacob Bryant, who's also an up-and-coming guy, will be at the 5-Star Dive Bar in March.
Great. Hey, what's the hours of the bacon strips, too, for people?
Yep. We're closed on Monday at the Bacon Strip. However, you can find us there 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. every other day, and then Sundays we stay up until 3. So,
okay.
Yeah, 7 to 2 mostly, and then Sundays till 3.
No midnights after the bar closes?
No, we did that. We did that for a while, and that's a whole nother story.
I'm sure it's a good one.
It's not really as bad as what you might think, but when 200 people walk out of 5-Star down the sidewalk, walk into the Bacon Strip, it just shuts our kitchen down. We can't have 200 people walk through the door at the same time. So we went to a buffet.
Biscuits and gravy, man.
Yeah, so we went to a buffet type thing, and people didn't really like that so much. And we just couldn't find a great solution to make everybody happy. So we just kind of said, you know what? Go across town or go to Taco Bell. We're done. We're going home. Go to Iconic
That's
Cafe.
Right. Yeah. And as always, want to thank Brenda for great food at Iconic. Stop down and see it. And again, we got Bill McDowell coming up at 11. It'll have the War of the Worlds, and that'll be it. We'll see you next week on Iconic Radio. Jason, again, thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, man.
All right. Be good.